got it all in my boogie book.
Yeah,
My boogie book.
it's right there.
I got it all in my boogie book.
Bookkeeper,
My boogie book.
24/7.
I got it all in my boogie book.
We in our bag now.
All in my
Yo,
boogie book.
hey, yo, hey, welcome to the show. 24/7, Lord, hit 'em with the glow. New podcast, and we do it for your soul. Bookkeeper 24, we do it for the bros. True fellowship with the saints, boy, you know. Now I keep the book, but I used to keep the foe. Hit it in my heart, and I put it on my phone. Sincere milk, now it's time for you to grow. And hear the good news, for it's time for you to go.
Powered by theBookkeeper247.com. We welcome you to Behind the Mic podcast with your host and my husband, Daryl Kemp. On this podcast, we interview the artists that should be on everyone's radar and discuss not just music, but other hot topics throughout our culture. We thank everyone, including our new listeners, for joining us. On the second episode, part 2 of Behind the Mic, Daryl continues the conversation with gospel artist Shyne On Me. They discuss balancing music gifts, growing up as a preacher's kid, and the nature of Shyne and his mother's relationship. You'll get a chance to also listen to Shyne discuss what it's like to perform in a local church where the members dislike rap music. Be sure to stay tuned because we have much more. Let's go!
My boogie book. I got it all in my boogie book. My boogie book. I got it all in my boogie book. My boogie book. All in my boogie book.
Hey, this is DJ Lawson Fountain. You're rocking with the Bookkeeper 24/7.
Now back to the show.
Amen, bro. I appreciate you sharing that, man. I want you to keep on your mind about testimony because we're going to dive back into that right before we sum this interview up. So my next question, right, that the family may not know, right, I think I was on, either you was on IG Live or Facebook Live one night and you was in a church, right? And but I didn't know you could sing, right? You feel me? Now don't get me wrong, when I'm riding to church or something, right? Or riding, look, the whole family, you got the whole family thinking we can sing, right? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We ride, we sing it, and everything like that, right? So it just blew me away though to see you in this church setting, right? And I'm talking about singing, no auto-tune, not knocking the auto-tuners now. You feel me? I ain't knocking the auto-tuners, right? But so my question is how do you balance your ability to do both on the project?
Yeah, so like for me, first of all, I'm thankful to God for the gift. Like, you know, I'm constantly on my knees thanking God because music has brought me through so much. Like even when I was going through the depression and all of that, I've always music has always been like my resort, you know what I'm saying? Like a place to kind of get away from everything. And so yeah, I've always thanked God for the gift. And so like it kind of gives me the opportunity to just kind of have free reign when it comes to like whenever I get like the beat. I use the beat as pretty much like a canvas. And like I kind of touched on my creative processes. Usually I get like some of my best work done like in the car when I'm driving. I would just kind of put that beat on repeat, instrumental, whatever you want to call it. I put it on repeat or whatever, and then I just kind of vibe out off that. And whatever I'm feeling, like if I'm feeling like a singing hook or just singing a whole song, whatever, you know, I just kind of go with my instinct. And that's usually the best, you know, that's one thing that I've learned in doing this is that like trusting your instinct, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you think it over too hard, when you think over a concept too hard, those usually are not like your best songs, you know what I'm saying? It's usually the ones that just kind of go with that gut feeling on, you know what I'm saying? And when you just kind of run with that, those usually end up being the best ones. Like I've talked to a lot of other artists and they can kind of agree it's like those songs that you kind of put together in maybe like, you know, a couple, you know, minutes to an hour, them be the ones that hit. And then it's like the ones that you've been like thinking like months over and like trying to put together like this complex concept. Like those be the ones that people just be like, all right, skip, you know what I'm saying, back to, you know what I'm saying, the catchy joint or whatever. And so yeah, that's usually my process, just kind of going with my gut. And it's like, you know, whatever I'm feeling on that beat, whatever make me feel, like that's what I just usually run with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just singing for the whole joint, or if it's just singing the hook, or if it's rapping for the whole joint, or just, you know, rapping for the hook or whatever, you know, I just kind of go with it.
Stay tuned to the freshest Christian hip-hop show. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, we'll be back.
Yo, 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 it's your boy YJO with Enoch Flow Records, letting you know if you need beats, engineering, graphic design, website creation, Enoch Flow is the way to go. I'ma tell you why. Beats and engineering. All beats are produced by yours truly, exclusively with no leases. And I'll even throw engineering in there for you. Graphic design and website creation. Bring your next single, EP, or album artwork to life with DC Graphics. Led by Damian Clinton, best graphic designer in the business. That's no cap. Get all these services and more only at Enoch Flow Records. Peace.
For the hook or whatever, you know, I just kind of go with it.
I write devotion. When I write a devotion, it's not for the people so much as it is for me, right? You feel me? I'm just pouring out my testimony, what I might have gone through, or something like that, and what God, I'm in my word, what God showed me, so I'm sharing, right? So what's it like when you doing a show in the church, right? And when you start out singing, right? Hey, the members in the church, they clapping, they toe tapping, the head nodding, you know, they feeling you. And the minute you go to rapping, the temperature in the room changes, right? So, and I mean, you know, look, you pouring out your heart, just your testimony, just your gift. God said that, you know, the scriptures say that your gift will make room for you. But what's it like when the temperature change from hot to cold in a church setting, right? When you in there doing what the Lord called you to do.
Yeah. I mean, I witnessed that firsthand so many times. But like, what I've learned to do is just kind of lock in. It's just like you got to trust your material, and you just got to be led by the Holy Spirit. Like at the same time, you kind of got to read the room too. You know what I'm saying? That just like that kind of like is the artistic part of, you know, a performance. It's like, all right, if you feel like you got to be able to kind of adjust your set sometimes, you know what I'm saying, based on that, because you don't want to just be like up there going with whatever you feel, and then everybody's kind of giving you the blank stares, you know, the whole time or whatever. So it's like, all right, I know if I'm performing like in like usually with like an older crowd, they don't really want to hear a lot of rap. So what I'll just kind of stick to a lot of my songs is more so singing. Or I might just do covers, you know, not like all covers, but I might just do a cover to just like, you know, some of them good gospel joints, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of run with it. I like to perform with, you know, like a keyboardist. And sometimes a drummer, you know, I don't always get a drummer, but definitely like a lot of times I run with a keyboardist instead of going with tracks, because I might just gotta switch things up, you know, based on the climate. And so, like I said, you just gotta be able to read the room. Like I've been there so many times, and you know, like I said, also I lock in. Like sometimes I just gotta close my eyes and just trust whatever, you know, whatever I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just asking the Holy Spirit to lead me, and whatever comes up is just going, you know, we just gonna go with it. And you know, a lot of times I don't wanna get too caught up in reaction either. You know what I'm saying? Because like that first row might not be feeling it, but like everybody on them last two rows might be like, yo, this is the best thing I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to get caught up in the reaction off of, you know, what you're saying. It's just like, you know, you just kind of got to trust it, as well as, you know, just kind of call them audibles too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Part of it, yeah.
That's what time it is. Like what Peyton you say, Omaha.
Omaha, yeah. I call them audibles. I read the room.
Yes, sir. Have you ever been, maybe first starting out or whatever, right? Have you ever been a little church hurt from that?
That's a good question. I wasn't necessarily church hurt, but I kind of got a I don't know, it's a certain stigma that I have about the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, for the most part, they don't really want to hear no rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times when I get shows at a church, you know, unless it's like a youth night or something like that, then I kind of know, like, all right, they don't want to hear like no rapidy rap show. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want, you know, like, you're going to have to mix it up. And so, like, that comes with, like I said, with anything. Like I said, you know, with boxers come in with a game plan, but if it ain't working, you know, by, you know, a couple rounds in, they're like, all right, I gotta switch it up. I gotta go from southpaw to, you know what I'm saying, do something else, switch it up. Or, you know, like I said, you know, even when talking about like football, you get out there on the field, you got a game plan, you like, oh no, this ain't it. Like, you know, I'm gonna have to switch it up, call that audible. So, you know, I just kind of gotta move accordingly. And I wouldn't say it would, you know, I try not to judge every setting based on like something I've been through in the past. Like, you know, and that goes for just with anything. Like, I don't try to generalize with anything. Like, I just kind of base things in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I kind of judge things based on in the moment. And so yeah, like, you know, if they not feeling it, I'm just like, all right, that's cool. You know, next show, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just have to, you know, do better, come harder, you know what I'm saying? Or just kind of, you know, figure it out a little better. And, you know, like, you know, we just saw, you know, not to be like, you know, in the secular world, but like not too long ago, we saw Drake get booed. You know what I'm saying? I think that was like last year or something like that. And it's like, he is like one of the biggest artists, you know, probably of the past 10 years, you know what I'm saying? As far as like just in general. And to see him get booed was like, that's major. So it's like, you know, it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, you know, that shouldn't take away from how you view things as an artist or like view certain crowds. It's just like, you know, sometimes you just don't hit, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You just dust yourself off and, you know, get right back to it.
Yes, sir. Now, hey, now look, I gotta give you a FYI real quick, man. Don't say secular music on this show, man, because look, they call it the mainstream now, right? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So you go. You try to get us booed off the first show, man.
Listen. If it quack and it swim, it's a duck. You hear me? It's a duck. Shorty talking about sex, drugs, violence, guns, man. It's secular. Period. You can see me about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that.
Let's smoke plain bookkeeper. Bring it to me.
Yes, sir. Now we're talking about the Christian hip hop culture, right? You feel me? We talked about the church, right? You know, in this genre we're in, right? You know, I know you consider yourself a gospel artist, right? But some of the talks we had has led to how we feel about artists and how we feel they should approach their music, right? I'm still trying to understand why some Christian hip hop artists don't like the title, but I know for myself that God breaks boxes, so it don't matter what you call yourself. The world gonna put you in whatever genre they want you in, right? So that leads me to ask, I mean, do you look at your music as a ministry, right? Or is it just a bunch of personal accomplishments that I can make? Or you know, is it for fun? Is it just something to do? Or do you actually, which I know you thank God for your gift, but do you look at your music as a ministry?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's first and foremost. And I feel like, you know, all those things you name, like, I'm in it for almost all of those reasons. But like, at the end of the day, I feel like ministry is the foundation. And like, on top of that, like, it's something that I enjoy doing. It's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I love, something that I've, you know, been doing for pretty much my whole life. And I don't plan on quitting no time soon, regardless of like the platform I end up getting. Like, if I never break big, or if I never get, you know, a sold out show, whatever, like I'm still gonna do it. Cause like at the end of the day, even the words say like they will overcome by the words of your testimony and by the blood of the Lamb. And it's like, if this is my voice to be able to share my testimony to somebody, you know, that may be going through a similar, you know, through similar issues or whatever, then let that be that. I've gotten a lot of, you know, DMs and messages from people that say like, look, like your music is like, your transparency has helped me, you know what I'm saying, in my own struggles. And these are people that I would have never known. These people that I've known before, but I never would have known that they struggle with these things, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that I came out and was transparent in my music and stuff like that, and you know, have offered my testimony to the public, like, you know, it's been able to, you know, like I said, I've been able to hear, you know, back and get feedback from people that, you know, it has helped them. And, you know, you never know, like, you know, that just that right there might be the difference in getting somebody through the gates of heaven, you know what I'm saying, or getting somebody in that relationship with Christ so that they can live life more abundantly while on earth, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so man, that's good stuff right there, man. So you've been saying how you came up with the word. So when I asked you this question, right, you know, man, we think of preacher's kids, right? You know, I got some friends that's preacher kids, right? Man, the baddest kids in the room, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, but we know what the words say about raising your children, right? You feel me? So what was it like? This is my question for you, man. What was it like coming up a preacher's kid?
Yeah, so like, I don't know if I really had like the full PK experience because my mother didn't get into ministry until I was like 14. So by that time I was already in high school. I was kind of already out here, you know what I'm saying? So, but like, even still, like I grew up in the church though, you know what I'm saying? So I always had that background. But I never really like wanted to live that life though, you know what I'm saying? Like I still was like the things in the world still was like enticing to me, you know what I'm saying? Like sex and drugs and chasing money and, you know what I'm saying, like getting drunk and partying and clubbing, like that all was like still in the lights for me, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, by the time my mother was in ministry, like I was already lit, you know what I'm saying? I think by 14 I was already like out here like fornicating and all that, you know what I'm saying? Smoke, I don't think I had started smoking weed quite yet. I might have by 40, but definitely by 15 I was out there with that. But yeah, like it just, you know what I'm saying, like it was already lit for me. So yeah, you know, like I said, my mother was you know, she was doing her thing, but you know, I was out here doing my thing too, you know what I'm saying? I get out of school, link up with my men, and it was lit. We go get hired up, you know what I'm saying? I come in the house, just go straight up to my room. I wouldn't even say much or nothing, you know what I'm saying, until it was time to eat. My mother wasn't even like cooking for me after, like once I was in high school, my mother wasn't cooking for me, so you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like come down to the table for dinner, like nah, it was just like, look, I'm playing with your son, or you know what I'm saying, I want some curry out or something. But yeah, for the most part, you know, I didn't fully live like that PK life. But like I said, I did grow up in the church, so that was already like in me. But like I said, I had to go through some things in order to start my own personal relationship. That's what it really, you know, that's what life is really about. That's what God really calls us to, is, you know, a personal relationship, not just like a Christian background. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
That's all fine, but you know, you really gotta have that own personal experience, you know, with God in order to like really understand like what this thing is all about. And I had to go through some things in order to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Our personal question, right? Because I know what it does for me. Man, my mama told me, man, she tells me this all the time now. She said, and I know we can get caught up as Christ followers, and I know about pride. You feel me? So, but my mother will always tell me, and as well as my brother, she says, Daryl, I am so proud of the man you become and how God is molding you. right? You know, into becoming a better man every day of your life, right? Man, that's humbling coming from my mama, because see, I know what I put my mama through when I was out there running wild, right? You feel me? I know about her sleepless nights and tears and her prayers for me, right? You know, how does it feel that now that God has delivered you from that lifestyle, right? I know we go through everyday challenges, but how does it feel, you know, your mother looking at you like, you know, man, my son, you know, he has a relationship with God and he's trying now. I mean, how does that make you feel, Shyne?
Yeah, I mean, like, even in that, you know, that just gives more, like, it just means more to, like, even the scripture says, like, you know, train up a child in the way that he or she should go, so that when they get older, they won't depart from it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a true testament to that. Like, I'm a true witness to that. Like, I'm a true testament to that, because it's like, you know, like I said, my mother kept me in the church growing up, but like, I just wanted to, you know, do my own thing. But at the same time, like, here I am back to it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, she, you know, it was a great moment to be able to share my testimony and deliverance with my mother, and to see her so excited and see her so happy. You know what I'm saying? That that I was able to overcome, and you know, just to see that joy in her now, to know that, you know, I'm not out here just wilding no more. And, you know, God is using me. Like, I can see the joy in her from that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, even as a parent myself, like, you know, because I've been through that myself, like, I try to make sure I train up my son the right way as well. You know what I'm saying? And try to keep him in church, and praying with him, and trying to get his little prayer life started. You know what I'm saying? And praying over him and all that. So, yeah, it's real, man. Like, man, listen, the word ain't come back void in my life yet, so I know it's real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stay tuned to the freshest Christian hip-hop show. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, we'll be back.
Amen. All right, so we're going to sum this up, man. I just got a couple more questions, man. One of these I stole from Mitch Daryl. So what's life like for you, musically and personally, in the midst of this pandemic?
For the most part, not so much, you know, has changed. You know, like, only thing is just like I haven't been able to go as many places, you know, stuff like that. Like, you know, I like to travel a lot and to get out here and just see the world. But, you know, I just haven't been able to do as much of that. But other than that, you know, I'm thankful to God, because I've still been able to work this whole time, still been able to get a check, you know, during the whole pandemic. And I haven't missed no hours, nothing like that. God has been providing. That's truly a blessing, because, you know, as we've heard plenty of stories that, you know, that hasn't been the case for everybody out here. So I'm super thankful for that. And you know, like, other than that, personally, like, you know, being masked up everywhere, you know, it ain't, you know, after a while you get over that. But I've still been able, like I said, I've still been able to try to enjoy as much as I can, you know what I'm saying? I still have been able to kind of take little road trips, you know, here and there, and, you know, once things kind of started to open back up, I like to go out, and you know, I'm by myself most of the time, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I like to go out, hit up Buffalo Wild Wings or something, check out the game, get something to eat. So, you know, for a while I was kind of cut off from that, but, you know, I still was able to kind of, you know, just adjust, you know what I'm saying, do some other things, get more creative, and like just finding new things to get into. So that's that on a personal level. Now, musically, it's been different, because I haven't performed since February, and you know, like, performing just kind of sharpens you as an artist a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of I feel like I've missed out on that. You know, I definitely missed that, being on stage and stuff. But, you know, it's all cool. Like, I have been able to spend more time in the studio and working on that craft. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's one thing that I've been enjoying too, because I do like, you know, performing and stuff, but it's nothing like being in the studio. Like, that's where my heart at, for real. It's nothing like creating. in the studio for me. You got some artists that love being on stage more, but like me, I love locking into that booth more than anything. So, you know, I think I've spent more time in the studio this year than ever before. So I've been loving it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't put out as much content, but like in the vault is lit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's been dope. But like I said, the only takeaway from that is that I haven't been able to perform anywhere. And, you know, that's been like, on the financial side, like, you know, that has kind of been like a dope way to make some extra coins too, was, you know, performing and then, you know, stuff like that. Cause for the most part, I make my music accessible, absolutely free. And so I don't really make much off of that, like other than, you know, getting a couple of little stream dollars or whatever. But, you know, as far as financially, I usually, you know, I may get a couple of dollars from performing, so I haven't really been able to get that. But, you know, it's cool. Like I said, God's been providing, so I ain't got no complaints. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I've been able to lock in. I've been able to make some good music. Like I said, this project I got coming out, it's just an EP, but like I enjoy. I literally like just got the mixes back today. I'm gonna share them with you behind the scenes too. Yes, but I just got them back this morning, so you know I like the direction I was able to go in with this project because I've had more time to lock in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It's a short project, but I was able to put a lot more into it, a lot more layers, a lot more levels into it. So yeah, that's pretty much what quarantine life has been like for me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for the most part, I'm still trying to find a way to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? God has still been opening up doors and opportunities. So, you know, I still won't complain regardless.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, man, the last thing, man, is, man, tell the people where they can find you at, what's the name of the EP, when it's dropping, you know, how to get in touch with my partner, my friend. Man, tell the family, man, what they need to do.
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook. Let me see. Facebook is Shyne On Me. You can just search Shyne. Shyne is spelled with a Y, so SHYNE On Me. You can just search that on Facebook. I should pop up. I think it's facebook.com/ShyneOnMeDC. You can hit me up on IG. IG is Shyne On Me DC. Once again, Shyne is spelled with a Y, so it's SHYNEONMEDC. That's on IG. Twitter is Shyne_on_me_DC. And YouTube, you can hit my channel, subscribe to that. I try to drop something new, like at least quarterly, as far as visuals. So yeah, link me up on that. That's Shyne On Me 1. All together, Shyne On Me 1. And what else I'm on? Oh, my Bandcamp. They got my whole catalog on there for free. So you can download all my music off my Bandcamp, and that's shyineonme.bandcamp.com. And I'm on all digital platforms. SoundCloud, let me see, my SoundCloud link is like Shyne_on_me. And then, like I said, all digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all that. Just search Shyne On Me. And it's lit. Link it up with me.
Yes, sir. And tell the people, man, when the EP dropping.
Oh yeah, what a year EP. What a year EP. That's gonna be dropping on Thanksgiving Day 2020. Thanksgiving Day 2020. I'm giving y'all some soul food for the holiday. And it's a dope project, man. Like I said, I just got the mixes back today, and I'm really liking what I'm hearing. And I think y'all gonna rock with it too. Like I said, some good soul food for y'all. Dropping on Thanksgiving 2020. What a year EP. Lock me in. Get ready for it.
Yes, sir. All right, people, man. You heard it here first. Our first official interview, man, on the Bookkeeper247 podcast. And bruh, before we leave out, man, look, and we drop our following, where you can follow us at. Man, I want to personally tell you, man, you know what I went through with this pandemic? You know what I went through with the coronavirus? Not just me, but my wife and the twins. Man, I appreciate your prayers for us. I appreciate you checking on us. Man, I appreciate you hitting me up and everything, bro. Man, that meant a lot. Bro, I'm just going to say this, and I appreciate whoever listening, because I know some of the family did the same thing. But bruh, going through that thing, I'm glad I heard in the interview you masking up, because there's no joke out there with this. You know, no matter how I got here, I agree with you. You know, no matter how I got here, it's here, right? You feel me? So, man, I just want to personally thank you, me and my family. Want to personally thank you, man, for your prayers, bro. You know, it meant a lot, man.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, we man, behind this music thing, we locked in. You already know us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Deep rap, as they say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These I do, man. You know what I'm saying? Is intercede for my brother, and you know, I can only imagine what it was like going through it. And I believe in the power of prayer. God say, man, listen, He won't forsake the prayers of the righteous, man. Prayers of the righteous availeth much. So, you know, I always pray that I'm considered righteous according to God's mercies. So as long as I'm that, I'm gonna send up some prayers for my brother for sure. So, I say that's the least I can do, for sure.
Yes, sir. And I thank you, man. And before we get out of here, family, man, you can follow us on Twitter at @bookkeeper247, man, or you can go to your favorite web browser and just put in hashtag TBK247. Once again, man, we thank you, family. We thank you, Shyne, man, for joining us today. And peace and blessings.
No question, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. Thank y'all for having me. Love you, bro. You already know, like I said, it's deeper than rap, man. I thank y'all for y'all platform, man. Y'all always showing love, man. I'm super grateful. Much love to you.
Yes, sir. You already know what's going on, man. Say, man, Shyne On Me, soul of the city. I'm locked into the bookkeeper 24/7. We in there. It's up there and it's stuck there. You hear me?
Thank you for joining us for episode 2, part 2 of Behind the Mic.